Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to do a decently big freezer prep, meal prep video. I just need to make a few things that I want in the freezer that's already cooked. Things that we could just throw in the microwave or throw in the oven for days that we just need something quick or days I don't feel like cooking. So that's what today is. It's also my food shopping day, so you're gonna see a grocery haul. Or maybe I already posted it. I don't really know what I'm doing on that end, but I have to film a grocery haul is what I'm trying to say and go food shop. So it's about to be 8 o'clock in the morning. It's 7:51 and everything opens at 9. So I think I'm going to just kind of sit here, have my tea, and then head out in about an hour. Hey guys, okay, so we're back now. I went food shopping. I grabbed everything, as you can see behind me. I just finished filming a grocery haul, and now I need to pretty much get started on this freezer prep because it is 12:30 and I did not mean to start this late, so that's a struggle. This might be filmed throughout a few days because I need to slow cook the chicken. Whoops. Anyway, so I'm going to take out some tortillas to defrost, change because I don't want to cook in this. I'd rather be in my pajamas all comfortable and whatnot, and then see what I can get started on. So I actually found these tortillas. Whoa, almost dropped them. I found these tortillas at my Dollar Tree. 12 tortillas for $1, which usually I feel like you don't find that. I don't know. And they're also only 90 calories for one tortilla. And they're pretty big, I'd say. They're not like the burrito size, but I feel like usually they're more calories than that. I don't know. But I was excited to find them because I'm gonna make some little like chicken taquitos. That's one idea of what I'm gonna use them for. And then I just have other chicken meals to make. Some of them are just like a dump and go type thing, so I can put them raw in like a Ziploc bag or raw in like a casserole dish. I have some aluminum foil ones that I plan on using for that and labeling them, but we'll see. First, I need to go change. Alright guys, so as you can see, I was just getting things all situated, put away, out of the way pretty much, and just getting ready for this freezer prep that I was about to do because I knew I needed to start with the slow cooker chicken first, since that was the first thing on my list and it would just take the longest. So I grabbed out a slow cooker liner, which I love. It's too big for this instant pot. It's not an instant pot, what is it? Multi-cooker, rice cooker, slow cooker, whatever. It does all the things except for pressure cooker. But I digress. So I put that liner on so cleanup would be a lot easier. Grabbed a plastic glove because sometimes convenience is just worth it, especially when dealing with raw meat. And I decided to open up this chicken breast package, and I believe I put 4 chicken breasts in here. I thought I was only going to do 2, ended up doing 4. It is what it is. And then I grabbed this smaller Ziploc bag, put 2 chicken breasts in there because I was going to marinate that in a ginger sesame marinade and freeze that just so that it's kind of ready whenever we would want it type of deal. Just one less thing to worry about in the future if we're rushing to just have chicken already marinated and ready to go in the freezer. So, like I said, all done with that, and now I'm putting on the slow cooker and letting that go while I do the rest of this freezer prep. So this freezer prep meal is like you put everything together uncooked and then you freeze it like that, and then when you're ready for it, you just put it in the oven. I've never done riced anything in the oven. I know you can make brown rice in the oven and casseroles and things like that with rice in the oven. I've never done it, so this was just kind of inspiration that I saw off Pinterest. So I decided to do 2 cups of rice in the bottom of the pan, 2 chicken breasts, and then this package of broccoli and cauliflower. And then I end up putting some ranch seasoning on the chicken. So it's like a chicken ranch rice casserole. I don't know. I make this up as I go. I haven't made it yet, so I don't know if it's good or not, but we'll figure it out, right? And towards the end, you'll see I end up putting some chicken broth in there as like the main liquid, because you need liquid to cook the rice, because the chicken isn't going to let off enough liquid for the rice to cook. At least according to the Pinterest thing that I saw, that woman said for every cup of rice, she put double the amount of liquid in the casserole. I thought it was too much, so I ended up doing, for every cup of rice, I did 1.5 cups of liquid. So now I was just grabbing out my notebook and I was writing down the amounts and everything I put for each freezer prep meal. And I just do that because it's easier to put it handwritten on a notebook for me. It's faster at least. And then I can put it in my MyFitnessPal later rather than fumbling with my MyFitnessPal to get everything right the first time in there. And now, as you just saw, I poured in the ginger sesame marinade, which Trey and I tasted this marinade. So good. So I put that in there, let the chicken sit, and eventually I threw it in the freezer. And now the slow cooker chicken was done. So I was going to measure out how many ounces of cooked chicken I had and have that shredded. And you're going to see I put it in my stand mixer to shred it, and it's the best thing ever. I ended up over shredding it because I kind of just forgot about it. But if you don't shred your chicken in a stand mixer or with a hand mixer or any mixer, honestly, it's the best thing ever. Because I don't know about you, but when I'm doing a bunch of chicken, and this isn't even a ton of chicken. I see a lot of people on YouTube do way more. But my hand cramps when I'm doing it, and I can never get it as shredded as I want because my hand starts cramping, and then I'm like, I'm done with this. But I digress. So now I have all my ounces of chicken, and I did some math to figure out how many ounces of chicken, I should say, per taquito thing. So that way all I have to do is measure out the ounces per tortilla. So I took the ounces of chicken divided by 12 because there's 12 tortillas, and that's how I figured out how many ounces of chicken would be in each tortilla. Pretty sure it ended up being 1.5 ounces or something like that. I can't really remember right now, but here I go throwing the chicken into the stand mixer. I just put the little paddle attachment on, and since I didn't season this chicken when it cooked, I could season it when it's shredded. Do you see how fast that was? It's literally insane. This is where I messed up though. I should have put the seasoning in the beginning when the chicken breast was still whole instead of shredding it and then adding the seasoning. So I did pepper, salt, garlic, and I believe I did, some cumin. Just anything that you think would go in a taquito, I guess. Coriander, and then this orange sazon, which makes the chicken all orange. But then I accidentally mixed it too far and it got super duper shredded. Not bad, but I would have preferred it to be a little bit bigger, but I digress because it's really not the end of the world. So now I'm spacing out all the tortillas on my countertops, and I have my food scale ready to go because all I'm going to do is measure out the chicken, as you see here, one by one into each tortilla. And then once I'm done measuring out all the chicken, then I'll go back and wrap them. So now that the final tortilla is getting all wrapped up, and I found this really satisfying when I watched it back in the video. I had a little bit of chicken left over, so my math was wrong, but you know, whatever. So I just ate that chicken on its own that day, and I grabbed out my plastic wrap and I slowly, one by one, wrapped up each chicken burrito, taquito. I don't really know what to call it. It's just a chicken roll up pretty much. If it was a taquito, I probably would have had some sour cream or some cream cheese in with the chicken to make it creamy, or like even shredded cheese. I didn't do that on this day because I was just using what I had. But whatever the case may be, I wrapped all of these up one by one in plastic wrap, and then I put them all in a gallon-sized Ziploc bag. So that way they're all together in the freezer. Labeled it, put the calories on the Ziploc bag too, so that way I would know what it was if I didn't have it in MyFitnessPal, which I do have it in MyFitnessPal, but I don't know. In case Trey needs the calories and I'm not home, he can just read the bag and it's all good to go. And all we do is wrap these up in a paper towel, microwave them for like a minute, minute and a half, kind of just depends on how strong your microwave is. Sometimes I can do it for 45 seconds if I just let them sit out a little longer. And there we go. We dip them in salsa. We have them with some Greek yogurt instead of sour cream. But that is what I do with these chicken roll-up taquito thingamajigs. Okay, so you just saw I made 12 little chicken roll-ups. Nothing crazy fancy. They're just something that Trey and I, if we're ever in a rush, we could just get one out of the freezer, heat it up in the microwave, obviously take the plastic wrap off, probably put a little damp paper towel around it, heat it up, and have something that's quick and high in protein. It's 1.7 ounces of chicken in each roll-up because I took all the chicken and just divided by 12 to see how much I could fit. I put it in MyFitnessPal to make the little recipe, and I liked the way it turned out. So I was like, all right, this is what we're doing. If I didn't like it, like maybe I wanted less chicken in there, I would just adjust and do it that way. Or maybe I thought I needed more chicken, I would just do less tortillas. So you get the idea. But now we have 12 for the freezer. It's only us two. We're not going to be eating these every day. Like I said, they're more just like a just in case type of thing rather than a meal prep for every day type of thing. And I measured out the chicken, but I guess I did my math wrong because I have 1.4 ounces left of just shredded chicken, which is fine. Trey will eat that or I'll eat it. One of us is going to eat it today, tomorrow, whenever, or I can just literally put that in a little Ziploc baggie and freeze it and have it for another day. But these guys I'm going to put in the freezer. I'm probably going to put them in a big Ziploc bag just so that they are together in the freezer. I think that would be smart. And yeah, so that was the main thing. I wanted to have a little bit of leftover plain shredded chicken to put in the freezer, but I didn't have that because when I measured it out, I was like, I think I need all of this chicken. So now I'm going to put the chicken broth in that aluminum foil pan because that's going to be my liquid for the aluminum foil, like raw chicken rice casserole dish thing. And that's going to be it for the meal prep after I do that. So now that I'm done with all the chicken taquitos or roll-ups, whatever we're calling them, and I had the chicken broth left over from slow cooking the chicken, I just tried my best to measure it out. I used a mason jar just because I was going to try and pour it into a cup, but I knew that was going to be dicey. So poured it all into a mason jar since it has measurements on the side. I think it was about a cup and a half or so, or maybe it was almost 2 cups. I can't remember. Poured that in there, and then I ended up doing some water and some chicken bouillon. Mix that up. There you go, chicken base, bouillon, whatever. Bouillon, I feel like the bouillon is usually the powdery one, and this is more of a pasty one that you have to refrigerate. It really doesn't matter, but I did that just so that it's not plain water, it's a little more flavored, and dumped that in there too. And it definitely looked like it was pretty liquidy, so we will see how this turned out. But I'm not really super concerned because we're going to eat it. It's going to be fine. If it's too liquidy, I'm sure we can make it work and just take the top off to let it dry out a little more. Alright guys, so that is it for this video. I got almost everything I wanted to get done. The only thing I didn't get done or made whatever was the plain shredded chicken that I just wanted to have in the freezer, because I think it's just easier sometimes to have cooked meat, protein, whatever. So that way if I'm in a rush, it's something quick I can microwave and it's already cooked, or just throw in a pan really quickly with some sauce and seasonings and make a meal out of it really quick. Like I said, speed. So Trey might disagree with me. He's like, I don't understand. I'm like, just trust me. So there's that. Like, shredded chicken usually means slow cooker, which means 4 to 8 hours. What if I just got home and I'm freaking starving? I don't want to wait that long. Or Trey and I just got home from food shopping or a day out or something and we just want something quick. We usually eat pretty high protein because we both go to the gym and track our macros. So the option of just like pasta is not really an option for us. I mean, we'll do it very rarely, but it's not really something we do often. Yeah, so anyway, so I got 12 chicken roll-ups done because I had 12 tortillas and the chicken breast just worked out perfectly. I got that chicken and rice casserole done with like the ranch seasoning and some broccoli and cauliflower on that. I definitely put maybe too much liquid in there, but we'll be fine. I mean, it is what it is. I've never done any casseroles before, and I looked up a recipe online and it was like for every 1 cup of rice you double the water. So I kind of did that, but not really. I did 1.5 cups of rice, and I believe I did 2.5 cups of liquid. I used a chicken broth that was made from the shredded chicken, from the slow cooker chicken I mean, and then I just substituted with some water and chicken bouillon or whatever, because I didn't have 2.5 cups of chicken broth from the slow cooker chicken. And it definitely looks super liquidy to me, probably too liquidy, but I've never made rice in the oven like that in a casserole form, so I'm gonna survive. It's gonna be fine. We will make it work and see how this goes. So I made that, and yeah, I think those were the only things I made. I wanted to do some egg muffins, but technically I don't need to do egg muffins until tomorrow, so I think I'm just gonna let that be, and I will prep some egg muffins tomorrow. Probably not gonna film that just so I can whip them up quick and not have to whip out the camera. But yeah, all in all, super happy with everything that I made. Oh, you know what else I did? I pre-marinated 2 chicken breasts. You saw them in a little Ziploc baggie. I added some ginger sesame marinade to them, which that marinade tasted so good. I got it from TJ Maxx for $3. Maybe I overpaid for it, I don't know, but it was delicious. So that's the other thing I got prepped, sort of. That's just something that Trey and I could throw in the oven, slow cooker, pan, whatever, if we need something. We haven't marinated anything ahead of time, so it's perfect. And yeah, anyway, I hope you liked the video. If you did like the video, comment down below and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.